Hey guys, it's David.
And it's Zach. And this is kind of whack. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
could not tell
you. We're back again in my basement, and this is my basement. That's just a fact. I don't know why your face looked like that.
Okay, they don't need to know that we're not actually in your basement, okay?
What? No, we're in my
We're in Davis's basement.
Where else would we be?
I don't know.
Like on Mars? Like hi. Today we're gonna be talking about our favorite video games as a children.
As a children.
Yeah.
As a children.
Yeah.
I love many a game.
And now that I'm an adult, you're not.
Hey.
We can talk about this.
Okay, we should just put this off for 3 months then. How about that? Huh?
We don't have any other ideas, so we can't. We're going to talk about like our first video game. I don't know if I want to preface this with, if we've talked about this already, I'm sorry. I don't remember us.
Okay, we didn't talk
this.
about this topic in particular, but we're probably going to go over games that we've done
Yeah.
before. And we can keep that to
And there are new people.
Bit.
There are new people.
Are there?
Sure there are. Who knows? Maybe.
Hi.
If you're new, hi. Hit
Hi.
that subscribe button or hit that follow button.
Just
depending on where you are.
please.
Why are you getting so many... bro.
I'm popular, bro.
Are you, though?
I am popular.
You talked to like 2 people.
Makes sad. Okay, fine.
Yeah, so there probably will be games that we've talked about before.
We can probably limit that. But
Yeah, but I don't remember all the games that we've talked about.
it was mainly we'll get to it. It's fine.
But we'll probably start with like our first games, moving on to like how that developed into our other games, how those games hooked us, stuff like that. They're going to be obvious ones. I will say though, there's the Wii, my first Wii that I've ever had.
Damn.
Right there. You want to pull it out? I don't think it's. Yeah, I think this is the first console.
It's not plugged in.
No, it's not. I think this. Yeah, did you expect it to be?
A little bit.
Oh no, it's just there. It's just like we have it there if we ever do want to plug it in.
Interesting.
This was like the first console I ever had. I think. Oh yeah. Memory cards and remember those?
Yeah,
remember when
man.
things needed this big of memory cards? They can't see it, but they're like chunky.
Well, just like flip.
Well, yeah, they can, but like,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, like the listeners can't. And the game, I miss.
Man,
this.
those like AV cords, yeah.
No, these are GameCube controllers.
Oh yeah, right.
I miss this day when you could just open this up, and I wish the Wii U had that.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it would have been such a good feature for the Wii U to have, but they didn't do that. I get it. They can sell more things, like the adapter for these, but like, yeah. And then you also got an SD card in there that you could put.
Card,
yeah,
man.
you could load this thing up with storage. Unluckily, we didn't have like any storage because we had everything on discs.
Yeah.
Everything was a disc. This was also the day of discs.
Dude, I don't think I buy anything on disc anymore. Like not movies, not shows, not games. Like it's all digital. And
That's
it's
fair.
weird to think about.
Yeah, because like when we were small, that was the only way. I mean, you could buy games on the Wii Shop.
You could,
But,
but
like,
it was
such a thing to just go out and like with your parents to GameStop.
You remember
and be
going
like,
to Blockbuster? Dude,
No.
Blockbuster.
I think I went there. Oh, I broke it. I think I went there one time. Like literally, I went to Blockbuster like once or twice in my life. But like there were times when after like my dad would pick me up because we would have to go by GameStop when my dad was living in Mebane, I think. Either that or it was maybe it was just whenever it was like after school when he was like, all right, we gotta go by Walmart. But I don't know if Walmart was on the way. I think he was just like, while we're out, let's go to Walmart.
And Walmart had games.
Yes, that's what I was about to say, is we would stop by the GameStop, and every now and then we could convince him to buy us a game. Or like
really?
Or like a Skylander. Yeah.
Dude, my dad and my mom, they would not budge. I'm like,
really?
Can I? There's a game. And they're like, no. So that, because I kept asking for things, and the way that they dealt with that was like, okay, you're going to get an allowance. So if we go to a store and you have enough money saved up from your allowance, then we can get it. But they gave me like $1 a week.
Dude, I understand that, yeah. But like my dad's thing was, let's wait until I get paid, which is fair.
That's fair.
That's fair. But I think it was also a way of being like, let's do it next time. But next time never came, which is fine. Like I understand that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But like as a kid, you're like, okay, yeah,
next time.
Next time. But then you completely forget.
Because you have no memory.
Right, yeah. But there were times in which we were able to convince him. They weren't the majority of the time, but there were some times.
Yeah.
Other times, I'm sure he forgot too.
I mean,
but I think most of the time it was just an excuse to like get us to not want that anymore, which it totally worked.
I mean,
like,
it does.
That works. So if he's listening, good job. Or if mom's listening, he was a good father. Is a good father. He's still alive.
Was?
Why? Oh gosh! Right before this, I did like a
he keeps
salute to his father, and I was like, he's not dead. What is happening?
That was so random. You're talking in past tense. You know something I don't know.
I apologize. No, I don't think so. Unless I just have like a feed in your room at all times.
But moving on.
Anyway, yeah. So this I think was the first console. We have a GameCube over there, but that was a hand-me-down. So yeah, this was the first console. I think it was either this or the DS, but I'm pretty sure it was this because this came out before the DSi, I want to say.
Oh yeah, the Wii came out before the DSi.
Which is our first handheld console. Because the only people doing that were Nintendo and PlayStation, but we never got a PSP or anything.
Oh, you see, I didn't get the DSi. I got the DS, the original DS.
Oh, the one from like 2005?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like this nice blue color.
But you didn't have Pico Chat, though.
Yeah, I did.
Was there Pico Chat on the original?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I guess. I was so sad when they got rid of it on the 3DS. Oh, man, that was so sad.
Yeah, it was a good... The main thing I remember, like the Mario games.
Ooh.
I had a Lego Ninjago game, and that was heck of fun.
Yeah.
Dude.
I believe that. You want to put that back?
You're just messing with it.
Yeah, I'm just like messing with it because it's in my hands. Yeah, I don't know if I had that, but I'm trying to remember I don't remember like the first game I ever got, but
not the very first game you ever played.
No, I don't remember.
Really?
That. No, it was probably like Wii Sports. Like whatever came with the Wii.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which could have been, which was probably Wii Sports or something like that. It was either that. It also could have been Mario, but I don't know because I could be confusing with another memory because we had another Wii at my dad's house, which when bought it was red, and it came with like the Wii version, like Super Mario Bros. Wii. Which that game
that was one of the best Wii games of all time.
That game is awesome.
That's a big part of my childhood.
There was like you could play. It was like 4-player games, so like me, my dad, and my brother could all play it.
It was so
and
good.
Another person. Yeah, that game was bomb.
Some of those levels were intense.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think I ever beat it as a kid because I was just too dumb.
Oh yeah, I got to like this.
Bowser's Castle. We got a group. We got together to Bowser's Castle. Never finished it.
Damn, man.
Because that final it's a lava level.
Lava levels are the worst.
Oh, it's so hard. I think personally, I got stuck at the level. I got to the 8th world, and then I got stuck at the level with the meteors falling.
You see, I was like, I love that game, and I played it for fun, but I didn't like play it to beat it. My sister did.
Sure, yeah.
So I would like watch her
she's
play
older than us, so that makes sense.
So like I would watch her play like some of the games that we had, and she got like way further than I did. And I think I saw that one. I was just like, "You're frustrated. That's funny."
Yeah, that level was the worst. There was another game that I played for a long time. It was a Madden, Madden on the Wii.
Madden.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't remember which one it was. It was like 2K16. No.
Not 16. No. 6?
No, it wasn't 2. It wasn't 6. I think it was 8 though. Or 9.
No, the Wii came out in like
08. So it must have been like
09.
09 or 10 or something
yeah.
like that. Maybe it was 11. It was something around there. I don't know. But like you could have 2 players. I would only ever play it with somebody else because you could do versus mode. And I still am not great at understanding how the offensive and defensive plays are. But literally, I would pick Hail Mary, blitz, Hail Mary for offense, blitz for defense. Those are my favorite because it was just running down the field or attacking one person. And we would play with, like, I remember I have a distinct memory of playing with my aunt. It was only at my dad's house. And I have a distinct memory of playing with my aunt and me being like, hey, don't look at the screen. We're going to look away while the other person's picking the teams. Or not the teams, the plays. And I distinctly remember her like literally cheating in front of me and me like getting super angry. Oh man, that was great. Because I think what I found I liked about it is that you would really only control who you threw it to, when you threw it.
Yep.
The runner after you did catch it, and where the runner was. Like if there was a circle on the ground that you had to get your runner into because there would be another runner that the other player was controlling that could like take you down. So like it was just it
was a whole thing.
Yeah, but it was great. I don't know, it was fun. That game, also Mario Kart.
You see, my very first game, and I know for a fact it was this one, was Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube.
We have that. It's right there.
That is my favorite game. I mean, the childhood memories.
Yeah.
But it was so good. I played that every day.
Really?
Every day.
Dang, that's crazy.
Well, because my sister and I used to play games a lot when we were really young, but because she's older than me.
Yeah. She always beat me. You. Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep playing until I beat you.
Oh.
And then that went for years. And then she like stopped playing games with me as much, and then I like got better than her. I remember that very distinctly. The first time that I beat her, and I'm like,
oh my god.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like 8, but
yeah, I was late to that because your sister's older than us, so she was able to get a GameCube. I was too young to have a GameCube because I don't know, my parents didn't want me to play video games till certain.
Yeah.
So by the time I was playing video games, it was the Wii, but even then, I think it was later on in the Wii's lifespan, like 2009 or 10. Like I don't think it was right away because we got one pretty easy, I think. Okay. Unlike when the Wii was released and there was none. Have you heard about that?
Yeah,
it was like the Switch where you could not find a Switch.
They were sold out and they were gone.
So it was even worse because the Wii sold like 100 million.
Yeah, it was. I don't think
it was the most
sold
console of all time. I think.
Yeah, I don't remember there being anything like that.
At least of Nintendo.
Well, the Switch
most sold.
must have come close.
I'm not sure if it did. I think it did, but I don't think it was. I'm not sure. Somebody would have to look it up.
Yeah, because I know the Switch sold
like crazy. It did because it was so hyped. Because it's a great console. It's great. Yeah. Even though you've played like 2 minutes of it, but
no, I played like 10 hours.
Oh, that's like nothing.
I know because I have a PC and it's like
Yeah, but like I don't know. I play it all the time because I don't know. But yeah, we didn't buy it early on, but I think what was so genius about the Wii, I mean,
the way it was marketed.
Yeah, for anybody.
Yeah,
literally anybody can pick it up and play.
Family console. That was like the whole thing. You would sit down with your family and you would play games and you'd have fun. And
that's what happened. Oh my, that is a memory I didn't even think of. My grandmother, she died of ALS a long while ago. I think it was elementary for me. Can't remember the year. That's horrible, but I was young, so but even she, not being able to walk, was able to play dance the whatever the dance was.
Dance Revolution, right?
No, the Wii game where you like, what is the dance game? I don't think it's called Dance Revolution, is it?
Yeah. Oh wait, or are you talking about Just Dance?
Just Dance,
Okay.
yeah. We got a Just Dance. I think it was either Michael Jackson or something like that.
I don't think they were themed. I thought it was just
There
Dance.
are. There's themed ones, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we got one that was themed, I think. I can't fully remember, and I remember her playing it and just everybody just having a blast playing it. Oh man, that's good. That's a good memory. I haven't even thought of in a long time.
Just Dance was awesome.
Yeah, I remember. I'm not great at dancing. I wouldn't say horrible, but I'm just not professional. I mean, I have good rhythm, but I'm just not very coordinated.
There's rhythm, and then there's being able to do the things that accompany the rhythm. You might be able to get there on time, but what you're doing on time is right or not.
Yeah,
it's a different story.
Yeah, so it's just like I'm not super coordinated with like my legs. So you should have seen me trying to play soccer the other day. Oh boy, I don't know why. I'm just, my feet and my head don't mix sometimes. When I'm drumming, it's fine, but that's just because they're still.
Well, we've also had like thousands of hours. I don't know about you for drumming, but I know that on piano I've had thousands of hours.
Oh, I haven't had thousands
practice,
of hours
but
of drumming,
like,
but yeah, it's more than soccer. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean that.
I did one season of soccer. I know this is very off topic, but I did one season of soccer, and I was young, and so my mom really wanted me to try every sport. I think I talked about this already, but that was a little context. So we tried soccer only for one season. Here's why. My favorite position, goalie, because I could sit down in the grass and wait. As soon as they started coming back, I could stand up and get to going. Here's the other thing. When I wasn't playing goalie, I was very slow. Not slow as in like running slow, as in I would walk. And I would be like, here's why. The coach would be like, go. And I'd be like, they're just going to come back. What's the point of me running all the way down to the other side if I'm just going to have to come back to this side? There's literally no point.
Well, but there is.
No, well, yeah, but as a child, I was like, what is the point? Here's the thing, though. It's child soccer. Nobody's going to score or everybody's going to score. There's no in between. So
okay, yeah. Okay.
You're just going to come right back. And I was just like, and it wasn't like school soccer and it was more like just like a little soccer. Like obviously there's little soccer, like small
little
soccer
league
that's
soccer,
like big,
whatever.
like that are like actually good players. But I was not one of them.
It's one of those like group. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just like a thing that like you get your kids to do. And I was just like, there's no point. There's literally no point in going all the way down there. I'm just gonna come back. I was smart as a kid. I saw that it was inefficient and a waste of energy. I mean, it's not. But as a kid, that's what I thought.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I understand soccer. I will never play it, but I understand it.
It makes sense. It's just,
I respect those who do, and I respect those who are amazing at it because I am not.
It's quite the coordination too, because like, I know that I have a hard time, mainly because I've been doing music for so long, and I did like 10 years of martial arts. My whole thing, as far as the way my body's coordinated, is my feet position me so I can use my hands,
Right.
not so I can use my feet that much.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm using my feet, it's like once or like it's not.
I get it.
Same way.
It's just hard because I'm like a hands-on guy. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean. Like I'm a guitar player, bass player, drummer, which uses both, but like
it's
a lot of
primarily
hands. As well as, I mean, you could argue that. I won't. Anyway, But like I play basketball. I won't say I'm a basketball player because I'm not great at it, but I'm okay at it though. I play basketball, but so I'm just like not great with my feet comparatively to my hands. So when I can't like grab the ball, I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Just like, what am I doing here? We played Foursquare. So AP test.
Foursquare.
So at the AP test, when I don't know when that was, it was multiple weeks ago before graduation. We afterwards we went outside and there's Foursquare. We went in the gym and grabbed the ball and played Foursquare.
Oh man.
Well, one of the people got king and said rules were you can only play with your feet. And I literally couldn't do anything.
Oh, I hate that rule.
I know. Everybody else was like playing fine, and I was literally I could not go past one spot unless somebody got somebody else out. Like I'm not good at with my feet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Back to the topic at hand.
Yeah.
So you had the Wii.
Yes.
And that was like where you got most of it.
Yeah.
How were your parents on like what type of games would they let you get? Because I know my parents were way more relaxed since I had, an older sister like that.
Oh man, no. Basically, I could get semi-violent games like Legos.
Oh, the Lego games are awesome.
Literally, you can see right there. They can't, but Lego Star Wars 2 and 3 right there, Complete Saga. Oh my gosh, that thing's. I'll talk about that in a second. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Whoo boy, that game.
That's a good game. It's a good game.
It's a good game.
It's a good game.
There was Batman Lego.
Do you OG Lego I remember seeing the trailer for it when it first came out, and I was so excited.
But you could call Mario violent, sort of, because you kill things.
You jump on Goobas. It's not the actual act
of
like punching something,
sure.
right?
No,
Which
I know.
is different.
We had Smash.
Okay,
We had Smash Bros. So like there would be to a degree. I think that it was gore, in like intense violence, that kind of stuff where they drew the line. Very much like E10.
Okay.
Especially early on, except for Smash. Smash was the only exception. Early on, it was very E10 below.
Wasn't because which Smash
was
did you have?
teen all the way through, except for
because I thought one of them was E10.
Maybe it might have been the Wii U version.
I can't remember.
Actually, maybe it was the Wii version. I don't remember. No, I think the Wii version was the teen version. Was teen because my mom didn't notice it when we bought it.
Oh, okay.
And she was just like, "Oh, it's teen." And we were just like, and she was like, oh, "It's teen." And she was like, and we were like, "You've seen us play this before. It's like fine. Like you can see it." I think that's what happened. It was something like that. And I think one time we weren't allowed to. We that's going to be a longer story, but there were my old school, which is a private school in elementary school, used to run these things where we would sign up to like entertain the kids, and so we'd bring our Wii and our Wii U.
Oh yeah.
And Xbox for Minecraft. It was usually the Wii/Wii U or an Xbox for Minecraft, Xbox 360. So they would be playing Xbox for Minecraft, and then we'd have multiple games on the Wii U because really the only thing that we had that was like kid friendly was Minecraft that like 4 people could play, like Skylanders, I guess, which I'm gonna go on that in a second. Oh yeah, but that was like only 2 players, so we couldn't really do that. So Minecraft, and then on the Wii we once tried to play Smash, but we couldn't because it was T-rated.
Rip. Oh.
And it's like a teacher, like we were playing it and a teacher was like, "Ooh, that game's decently violent," and like took it and looked at the game and was like, "This is a T, you can't play that." I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We had no idea. It's not that bad, but like, okay, we have to follow your rules. That's fine. I'm not, you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
So then we put on Mario Kart, of course.
I mean, Mario Kart's a classic.
I will say Mario Kart, the original was not the original, the Wii version.
Mario Kart Wii. Yeah.
Which is over there somewhere, I think. Was the
best.
I want to say it's the most memorable from my childhood game, but it was either that or the Mario or Smash or Skylanders. One of those. I don't know. But it was really my first delve into like a game where I was really competitive about.
Oh yeah.
Other than Smash. But I think it was the first game. Smash was the second game. Mario Kart was the first game where I started getting really competitive when I play. And I remember I was so frustrated because I didn't understand what automatic versus manual meant, so I always played automatic. And then when I learned what it was and I tried it, I was like, this sucks. This sucks. Drifting in that game sucks booty.
Yeah, you don't drift.
In that game, I don't know why. Like after that, Mario Kart 8, 7, and onward, the drifting is like
important.
Needed.
Yeah.
In that game, it's horrid.
Well, in Double Dash, you don't need drifting either. I think before then, it was like a style thing. But then it was like, oh, we should probably make this a usable gameplay feature.
Yeah. Well, I remember loving motion controls. Now going back to it, I hate them.
You can't do that. Them. It's so imprecise that it's just frustrating.
I always nunchuck, bro. Always nunchuck. Or Switch, always the joystick. The special, So joystick all the way for the win.
This is true.
So yeah. But yeah, I love that game. Because it was like a game that I could play with all my cousins, and Walker and I could versus each other whenever we wanted to. Of course, being the older brother, you win a lot, which inflated my ego in Mario Kart
a little bit.
I mean, I will say, I'm still goated. If I played against professionals, probably get third or fifth. But
if you say so.
Well, because like I've learned a lot. Like I've like recently, as in like the past 5 years, or no,
recent.
That's pretty recent.
That's like almost a third of our
whenever
lives.
Mario Kart 8 came out, I started looking up strats to be.
Oh, that was like
good
2 years ago, 3 years ago.
No, Deluxe came out like 2 years ago.
So it's like 4 years ago.
Yeah, something like that. So like ever since that came out, and I got pretty serious about it, and I started looking up like strats, like for professional strats, and so like I would say now I would be good enough. Back then, of course not. But oh my gosh, did I believe that? Oh man, I was like, put me in an online match. Let's go. Oh man, because everybody else was younger than me. So although I still beat them now. So I mean, it's not really.
They're still younger than you now.
Yeah, but like most of them are like. My brother's almost driving now. My cousin is driving now.
Like, it's irrelevant.
You could argue that I've had a longer time to get good at it, but I would argue against that because they've had the same amount of time.
Not really, yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, oh shoot, I'm good at transitions. I was thinking about the Lego games.
Oh, dude.
Because in Lego Star Wars, I don't know if you had this problem, but I played them as I knew them. This wasn't a problem. This isn't the problem. I was just giving the context. I played them as I knew them, which was the original trilogy, and then the prequels.
Prologue. Yeah.
So, I played the original trilogy, and then I played the prequels, but I couldn't get past the freaking pod racing.
Oh, I love that level.
I hated that level. I couldn't do it. I don't think I ever beat it as a kid. I don't think I ever beat it. I might have beaten it once.
You see, the Lego games, because me and my sister, when we were younger, we played a lot of games together, and the Lego games were like our jam. That was stuff that we would do very consistently alongside Mario Kart. And because being a kid, I'd get frustrated. I'd be like, I don't want to play Mario Kart anymore. You beat me too many times, or whatever. And then she's like, okay, we can play the Lego games because, we're not killing each other or fighting.
You're
working
against together.
Exactly. And so, I mean, we beat the trilogy, all 2 trilogies. We almost 100%ed them, actually.
Oh, that's good. I think recently I went back and played the Lego games, and I was able to beat the pod racing.
Oh, yeah?
I want to say recently, but I think it was a while ago.
A couple years ago, yeah.
More recently than when we got it, but because I remember being so frustrated. Because literally, I remember from the first level, which is like them getting like starting, you know,
Yeah.
like the movie, and then the pod racing. Nothing else.
Really?
Nothing else about episode 1.
Dang.
Nothing else. I remember literally nothing else. I remember the underwater stuff. I remember everything.
Oh yeah.
But then nothing after that. I do remember in the Batman Lego games, I love those because you could, when you unlocked a new suit, you got to try a new ability.
Oh,
and I
it
was
looked
so into that.
awesome.
I was so into that as a kid.
Well, because on Epic Games, you know how they do the free game. They like gave you all 3 Lego Batman movies.
I remember this.
Well, not games, blah. But so I downloaded the first one because I'm like, I'm feeling nostalgic. I want to try this. I remember now that they didn't have any voice acting. It was all the mumble while the characters would talk, and it's so funny because they had
Really?
to make the humor without like words.
That's
so there'd
crazy.
be like overly dramatic things happening.
But
flailing.
that's the great thing about Lego is that they took the original and made it so much more
They
funny.
did. It was.
It was hilarious. And it's funny because it's like loosely based off like the Dark Knight series.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like you made that into something hilarious for kids. It's just great. It's just great.
It was brilliant. I mean, they did the same thing with every Lego game. There was a point when they started adding voice
There's
acting.
Lego Lord of the Rings right there.
Oh yeah.
Which I think had voice acting in it.
Because I think it was after. I know Lego Batman 2 definitely had it.
Did it have voice acting? There's
can't
2 and
remember.
3 right there. I'm looking.
I know 3 absolutely did, but I can't remember when they started.
Star Wars, I don't think ever had it.
No, so it would have been. I don't know, maybe it was one of the Indiana Jones games that first had it
Maybe.
because those were fun.
Oh, I have those too somewhere. I had them at least. I remember those. Those were fun.
But like that, even when they started using voices, which is a weird thing to say, it had that sense of humor, the funny comedic stuff that was just like, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, it's so good. It was such a good time.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff was great. I don't even know if they're doing Lego games anymore, which is so sad.
Well, they made the new Lego Star Wars that was based around the new trilogy.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. They made a weird game that was like about an undercover cop or something that was like Lego GTA, which I heard was actually okay, but not great.
Huh.
But they've made a number just 2-3 years ago, Lego Villains. It was the DC Villains thing. They've done quite a few things that are interesting, but as a franchise, they seem to have kind of dropped off, which is sad.
Yeah. Huh. Well, they're still making bank on real ones, so you know. I will say, I think we should get on to the big one. Skylanders. Oh my gosh, the reason that game was so good.
It was the physical aspect.
It was the physical aspect.
It was so like, I don't have to like do something. I actually have a thing, and that's going into the game. It was the portal thing. It was like, I put this on the portal, and it actually gets sent into the world. It blew my little 8-year-old mind.
Yo, me too.
My God,
dude, I can't. It was
insane.
So good.
There was so much hype. Like not just us. Literally everybody in our age group was crazy about Skylanders because it was so cool.
It was such a neat idea to us. It was like,
oh yeah,
we can take these figures that we have and put them on a portal and they'll become alive in the game. Like that's crazy. That is why they made bank.
Oh yeah, they made so much
if
money.
A figure is like $10 to $15. I think they were like $5 to $10, not 10 to 15, 5 to 10.
Well, there were like rare ones that they advertised.
I want to say they were about $8, and then there were more for rare ones. And oh my gosh, if there were 32 originals, and I don't know if that's including the add-ons to the original game, because there were things that you could put on the portal that would be like more levels. It would add a few more levels. And there were things where you could put them on the portals and they would like give you a power up.
Yeah.
I have them all. Put that Davis, later. Put up the picture of my cabinet
Oh,
full of
no.
Skylanders. Slap it. Put the picture up because I recently, the reason that I thought of this is because I recently saw all the Skylanders and was like, this is insane. I'm gonna put them up somewhere. So I put them in a cabinet that I can just open and be like, oh, they're all there. And they're just chilling.
Because they, by themselves, they're like collectibles too, in addition to just being gameplay.
Yeah, for sure.
Characters. I mean, they're so cool too. Their designs.
They're awesome. I love everything that they did. It just makes so much sense. And it's funny because then games, at least one or two games, or people, companies, started to copy them.
Oh yeah.
Imaginators existed. Or not Imaginators, the Disney thing.
Oh, Disney.
I want to say Imaginators, but I don't think that's right.
Infinity.
Oh, Disney Infinity.
That's what it was.
Where they did the toy thing.
They did the same exact thing.
I never got into that.
Well, you see,
because even as a child, I was like, that's a blatant ripoff of Skylanders.
Well, the main thing that they were like, this is different, was because they had the sandbox, and it was like you can play around in an open world, not designed to levels. But as a super small kid, you're not thinking about the options you have. You're like, I'm playing these
awesome levels with. And I think what was so good is that you could replay you could replay levels.
Oh yeah.
With new characters.
Exactly.
That's what had me hooked. I'm not a huge replay guy.
Yeah, you play it once for the story most of the time.
Yeah.
It's fun. You get it done.
But when you can play with 5 different characters,
it's different.
And switch them out in the level.
Oh yeah.
God tier. And I think the problem with Skylanders, it's not really a problem. I think it's the problem that everybody else puts on it, is that it's the same problem that Pokemon has. I think I've ranted to you about this before.
Yes.
That was like one time. Calm down. No, it wasn't. Shut up. It's that when we grow up, we start to view a franchise differently.
Oh yeah.
Because we are growing up.
We start to look down on it.
We start to look down on kid things, and I think that Skylanders got to become more and more irrelevant. And I think a lot of people say, "Oh, it's worse. Oh, it's bad or whatever." Like the later games were bad. I disagree. I bet you that if I were to pull out the most recent Skylanders, they aren't making anything new.
Yeah, no.
I think they're done. But Gen 6, I think. Yeah, because there's the Imaginators.
Giants, Swap Force, Trap Force.
No, Swap Team, Trap Force. Or no, Swap Force, Trap Team.
Trap Team.
Car Game.
Car 1, Imaginators.
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Was there another one?
No.
Okay, so there were 6.
Yeah. I bet you that if somebody got me that game, I'm never going to buy it. But if somebody got me that game and I played it, I bet it would have just as much enjoyment as I did when I was younger. But honestly, I don't think I would because I've grown up.
That's the thing, yeah.
Not because it's a worse game, but because I, as a person, have grown up and I don't view the franchise the same way that I did as a kid.
Part of the problem is the magic's gone. It's not quite as... I mean, in addition to just growing up, technology's advanced, so it's not novel anymore.
And we understand how it works now.
So it's not quite as
a child, and we slowly understood like it was the same. And I think that was the thing. It was the same formula, which is why they tried to invent new things like Giants, which honestly isn't very creative. It's
I think
just
that
bigger.
was the worst of the newer games because it was just like they're bigger.
I disagree just because I don't know.
I thought the swap was pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I loved Swap Force because of how it was like you can just take 2 people, swap their heads, swap their feet. That was cool. So good. Cool. I liked Giants just because it suckered me in. It was bigger, but it was better.
They're bigger.
They were like they're bigger, so they're better, and I was like, you're right. I don't know why, but
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it worked. But I thought they also looked really cool.
Oh yeah, they had really cool designs, like the big bee guy. I mean the OG
the
one,
eyeball guy.
the eyeball guy. I mean, and we can't forget about the one that was like the poster, the tree guy.
Yeah,
He was cool.
I agree. I agree. I think the original Skylanders got us into it, and later the other ones kept us into it.
They just confirmed
for
our
a while.
devotion. Yeah.
And then I fell off at Trap Team. I got Trap Team, and then I just kind of stopped.
Wait, was
playing.
it Swap or Trap first?
Swap was first.
Swap, then Trap. Okay.
I don't even know if you have Trap Team.
I have Trap.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the last one I have. I think it's right there. I have all 4 Skylanders right there. I can see them. I'm staring at them. Because I don't know. I just kind of fell apart with it. I don't know why. I love the designs of the Giants. I love them because they have like energy weapons.
They do.
There's like a golden lion with like a red shield.
Mm-hmm.
That design is insane. That is one thing I will praise Skylanders on. They were always unique.
Their aesthetic was so
really
special.
nicely done. And even the new even the old characters, when they redid them,
they added new things.
They
that
made them
better.
look different, and it worked. And they gave them new abilities and all that kind of stuff. I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, it was just a great game.
Yeah.
Man, that's childhood right there.
Yeah. And I will say that even now, I bet that I could get into it.
Oh yeah.
I bet I could play it. I would put that down that first Skylander, and I would be right sucked back. I would be sucked right back in. I'll be sucked right back in.
Oh, yeah.
I will say though that I got the original Skylanders on the 360, but then I'm looking at this right now. Unless this isn't right, which it might not be because that doesn't really make any sense. Apparently, I got the original Skylander, Spyro's Adventure, on the Xbox, and then I got Giants on the Wii.
Oh, you see, I started on the Wii and then I switched to the Xbox.
That's what I figured it would be. But then the last 2 were Xbox. I don't know why. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why would I get the Spyro's Adventure and then Giants on the Wii?
Luckily, it doesn't matter. The
No, it doesn't
Skylanders
matter.
work either way.
But-
So, which
And
I
I think
thought was
the
so
Portals
cool.
do too.
Everything was backwards compatible, which was
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh my goodness.
It was like you could have the OG Spyro, from
and they
the very
saved
first
everything.
game.
I
It
think.
did. It did.
It like saved all the power ups that you. That
yeah,
you
it was
gained.
to the figurine, which
Which
was
is
mind-boggling. It
course.
was that was a game to remember.
I think what the fun thing about Giants is that if you were struggling in a level, you could just swap it for a giant and you could just destroy through everything.
just power bomb everything. Yeah.
Or sometimes there would be things that you had to do as
like
a
the
giant.
big blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was the genius thing is that they in the game there were things that made you playing them is really cool, but also putting the new guy like there were probably things that you had to do.
Well, you remember the gates, right? Or the specific story lines that they would have in the
Yeah.
levels where it would require a specific character.
Uh-huh.
It was tied to what that character could do.
But only it was yeah. And you had to buy that character.
yeah, I mean, marketing.
But I mean it wasn't like overarching story, but it was
like a
an
little
extra.
additional, yeah.
Yes.
And they would that story would like give them an extra ability or something, right? Or am I just making that up?
Maybe I don't.
I can't remember.
That,
Yeah, but man, that was hecka awesome.
I think what was cool about it too is that the bottoms you could instantly tell what game they were from.
Mm-hmm.
You still can, I guess. I don't know why I'm speaking past tense. You still can because it's like every game had a color.
It did.
Green for Spyro's Adventure, orange for Giants,
Yep.
blue for Swap Force, Force, red for Trap Team. No idea for the rest of them, but I don't know why Trap Team really just bogged me down. I don't know why. I think at that point though, I was moving on to other things.
That's the thing.
And
we were growing up. There were other games, new genres that we now had the option to explore.
Well, the other thing is, I have a feeling that the 3DS came out about that time, and so I was very much into that. Should we don't have much time left, but do we want to move on to like DSs and that kind of stuff? And
Yeah,
what we
sure.
put on there for the last like 15
I don't really have much to
minutes?
talk about that because I only had the original.
Really? Oh boy, was I a DS fan. We even got Skylanders on the DS.
Oh yeah.
It came with a portal this big. So probably about the size of like a mini pie that you buy at the store. and you battery charge you put batteries in or you charge them in a wall outlet. But it was the day of batteries. Like
Oh my God, there
back
were
then it was the battery
double A's
years.
ruled the world.
Other than like the DS is what you charge. But like most things like Wii controllers, excuse me.
Everything ran on double A's. I mean, you couldn't go play any game, I don't think, without using a double A battery. Because I remember, unless you used a cable, the GameCube controllers required double A's. The Wii controllers, I mean, everything.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have any battery powered GameCube controllers, but yeah. Yeah, so it was just like that. And then we as a child, I had no idea how they connected together. And you put one on there and it goes in your game and you're like, whoa. Now I know it's Bluetooth, but no one was calling it that back then.
Yeah,
it always had a special name. Like before the iPhones, like Bluetooth always had a special name. Or it was like DS download play or connection. Like, not that, but you know what I mean.
They made words that made it sound unique and special to what their product was.
DS download play is genius. Holy moly. That's $1 million idea right there, which makes sense because they sold tons.
They sold a lot, yeah.
Yeah. So the DS's, oh boy. You could get only one person had the game. Obviously, there were perks to having the game yourself. But like Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, was that the 3DS? I think so.
Maybe.
I think it was. That was like the first 3DS game that I ever got, I think. And you could like multiple people could have it, and you didn't even need them to have the game, and it was genius. It was so smart.
Yeah.
So smart.
Yeah.
Like,
Man.
It just makes so much sense.
Steam should do that.
That could be cool. That could be cool.
I don't know how they'd make money off of that though. Well, actually, no. They did do that through remote play. Remember that thing that they invented for like stuff that was supposed to be local only, but now you can do it.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Siri?
The heck?
Shut the what?
Yeah. You're right. Huh. That's crazy. But if Steam did that though, I bet they would sell. Like,
but how would they make money?
Because like our computers would connect, and I'd be like, I kind of want to play that game by myself. And so,
just marketing. Oh, okay, yeah.
It's marketing. It's the same thing. It's like, I want perks by having the game myself.
Right.
That I can use when we play together. But I can also I don't need the game, so we can still play together.
Right.
I think, for an example, one of the games that could work with that is like Stick Fight.
Okay.
You can't ever host a game or choose any of the settings, but you could still connect with your friends.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And like stuff like that. Which, the reason I thought about this is because we had a Lego Star Wars game that I actually bought on eBay recently in the last year during quarantine because I was bored. We're not really in quarantine anymore, so.
But
yeah. And it was Lego Star Wars 3 for the DS, I think. And there was a mode where you could play DS download play.
Oh.
And I just remember I think it was 2 actually. And I just remember having so much. We just, on like road trips and stuff, we would just swap through games and play DS download play because all 4 of us had DSs.
Yeah.
And I think what was so good about, I think this was true, is that even if you didn't have a DS, or if you were playing on a 3DS and you played a DS game, you could still connect with DSs.
Oh,
I think you can.
I remember that.
I think you can do that. Which was or DSIs, I guess. But
still,
it was just really nice. Like, super good. I'm the guy, though, I will say, who has a DS and 2 3DSs. So it's just like, the reason that I got it is because I was able to play the new Majora's Mask, which was like only for the new 3DS.
Okay.
Because I had like the second stick.
Oh, yeah.
Which I barely played that game. But I also got the XL because it was the only thing out at the time. So like that became my main
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's just bigger, and it was also that thing was also the first time ever when I got Ultra Sun. That was the first Pokemon game that I ever finished the Pokedex in. Oh man, we didn't even talk about Pokemon.
We've talked enough about Pokemon.
I know, but like
We've talked
the DS,
enough about Pokemon.
Dude, the DS era was so good though.
I lied. Oh my god, I lied.
What? When did you lie?
Mario Kart Double Dash was not the first game I ever played. The first game I ever played was the original Pokemon on the Game Boy.
Oh.
Because family friends, they had a Game Boy and they had Pokemon. And so when I'd go over to their house, I'd play the Pokemon. Dude, that game was perfection. I
mean, I don't know about that. But
it was.
Have
perfection.
you heard about how many glitches are in that game? You know how
Glitches
bad
make games
that game
better.
Is? It's not a bad game, but you know how bad it is in the state of like bugs.
It's not a Bethesda game.
True, but like types barely worked.
I mean,
if you had two dual types, if you had a dual typing, only it would only say super effective by looking at the second type. I think it was either that or the first type. It would calculate correctly, but it would only look at the first type. Also, there were like a ton of things that just didn't make sense.
I mean,
like,
yeah, but the game, man, the game. It was the first, and it was so
the 256
brilliant.
glitch, which was like every 1 in 256 your move would miss, even at 100% accuracy.
Yeah, well, we don't need to talk about that.
Just there are a ton of stuff in there that's just like.
I mean, it was glitchy, sure, but it is what it is. And that game...
Missing no.
Yeah, I mean... whatever, man.
I think that new games get a bad rap for the same reason that Skylanders does. It's hard to stay... inventive with...
the same idea. Like, you have to reinvent
almost
it.
800 Pokemon, almost 900 now. There's over 800. It's almost 900 now. It's like it's hard to invent new ones. Give them a break. I think there's two arguments where it's like they're good, and then there's the other argument of where like they should be updated, where like there's new technology now, they should be better. But my argument against that is that if they were better, like looking kind of like upgraded and like, you know, more realistic looking,
It's not Pokemon
they'd
anymore.
have to, yeah, it's that, but also you'd complain because then it doesn't look like the other ones.
They'd have to
And
literally
also-
update literally
yeah,
all of them.
They'd have to update all of them instead of having all of them cross compatible and looking basically the same. Obviously Gen 1 looks very different, but that's just because it was new.
Well, Sword and Shield kind of broke that, right? In terms of look.
You mean Gigantamax? I mean, what do you mean?
No, the game Sword and Shield. It kind of broke that.
No, it looks
samey look.
similar.
I mean, I guess
Everything looks basically the same. It's just like updated textures and stuff.
That's fair. That's fair.
So it's like the legendaries still look really cool, but there are some Pokemon that look plain. There's some who look pretty good.
I mean, Pidgey, hecka plain.
Yeah.
Pidgey's just.
So that's
like
what I'm
a
saying.
pigeon.
It's like they're keeping the same formula. It's just hard to be as creative. People give Garbodor a tough time. I love that Pokemon. Don't insult him. Garbodor or some people call him Garbodor. What the frick? What is the rubbish?
Rubbish.
Rubbish
dude.
is adorable.
Rubbish, the bomb. You don't even.
And then
start with it.
Garbodor's rubbish is the trash bag that walks, and then Garbodor is the big boy that's just made of trash.
Dude, Magnetite though. Magnetite's cool.
Magnetite?
Not Magnetite.
Magnemite?
Magnemite.
With
my brain.
three.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Magnemite.
I mean, if Skylanders was up to date, like I'd be able to, like if I played it, I would still be able to name a lot of Skylanders, but I could name like none. I can name one, Trigger Happy.
Trigger Happy, Spyro.
Spyro, yeah, of course. That's about it.
There was the ninja character. I loved the ninja character. I forget her name.
There was the guy we had the archer in with the fire archer.
He had a blindfold, right?
Yeah. In Trap Team
Trap Team.
or Swap Force, I can't remember. We had like the golden version.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Dude, the fish guy with the anchor cannon.
Yeah.
We're jumping around a lot
I don't
here.
remember. Yeah, but like I was just like,
Yeah.
well,
We're probably out of time
that's
here.
basically time anyway. Hope you enjoyed us just rambling on about
Games.
our childhood games. If you want us to do more, there's probably more we could talk about. If you want us to do more, let us know. We'll do more. Yeah, we'll know. We'll do it. We'll do it because this is good.
Good topics.
Because I didn't even talk about PlayStation or Xbox.
Yep.
I barely talked about those. So, I could go into that. I could go into my later liking of retro games, like getting into GameCube, getting into N64, like all that kind of stuff. So yeah, just let us know and we'll do it. That's it though. I think we're wrapping up.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next week where we talk about who knows.
Oh, yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.